Funforge has a board game I just saw. It looks fun. Let's check it out. Runemasters. This is for 1 to 4 players ages 8 and up, and should take you about 45 to 60 minutes to finish. Runemasters is a cooperative tower defense game in which 1 to 4 players work together as Runemasters, whose sworn duty is to protect the temple of mankind against the forces of evil. Each turn, new monsters, cards, spawn on the board and advance towards the temple. On their turn, Runemasters roll 4 unique dice and combine their results in various ways to attack enemies, move around the temple, prevent monsters from advancing, use their individual powers, or trigger powerful one-time effects. Evil forces are relentless and will keep coming until dawn arrives. Werewolves, warriors, skeleton archers, trolls all have their unique abilities, and you need to adapt constantly to the new threats if you want to have a chance to survive until dawn. Runemasters have their own abilities too, some particularly efficient at eliminating enemies while others focus on healing and protecting their teammates. The game ends in victory if Runemasters successfully protect the temple until dawn, a special card placed among the final 4 cards of the deck, or in defeat if the Runemasters are killed or the temple is destroyed. Don't want to see that temple destroyed. So that's definitely what the publisher had to say about their own title there. But the look in the box, the name, the write-up of it, and then seeing the pictures of this game, I definitely knew I needed to find out more about Runemasters. So a tower, I guess the temple defense game with asymmetrical characters? Yes, please. Well, okay, I'm only just recently been getting into the tower defense games. I've played a few over the years. They've never really been my super favorites, but I've been coming around to them a little bit more often now. So to see something that I'm coming around to, that I'm starting to enjoy now, with these tower defense games, and then with this fantasy setting tied in, which a lot of them do have, yeah, give me more. Give me some more information. So I dug around, looking through some reviews and previews of this game to see what it was that, if there's anything else in it that I liked. And one of the things I found isn't really something that I think a lot of people enjoy anymore, but I know I do. The reviewers are talking about this game being very difficult, almost punishing is one word that was used that I came across. A very tough, punishing, cooperative game that definitely seems to be specifically designed with nothing else in mind but to keep you keep the players, the characters you're playing, constantly on their toes. I mean, yeah, you might think to yourself, John, isn't every game designed like that? Well, no, not really. Even if they are designed like that, the execution doesn't always come across very strongly. And I think to see reviewers and previewers talking about that here does mean that it has a fairly strong presence in the game, feeling like this. Well, the custom D6s all look nice. The player board, tab outs, they look good. The art on them is fun. It's nice. It's worth it. We've all seen some art that you wonder how these people got their jobs. Not here. This looks absolutely wonderful. Loving the art on this game. The dice look nice. And even for the art for the monsters. It all comes together component-wise. I don't think that it doesn't look like anything was skimped on. And I didn't read anything or come across anything by reviewers and previewers that had anything negative to say about the components, the dice, the cards. No, so that must all be pretty good. Now, something I'm not a fan of, I've done at least one video kvetching about this. I am not a fan of these cooperative games where if one person on the team, one hero, one character drops, dies, game over. That's it. Party loses. That's kind of rough, man. I think maybe, in a unique situation here or there, for a game it might be understandable, but generally speaking, I really feel like games that do that are wasting our time to a degree. It's like, oh, you made it 3/4 of the way down, but, Philip fell, so game over. Just put it back in the box and go home, everyone. That's a little bit rough. So when I found out that this game is, the reviewers and previews are talking about that this is not like that this game will continue until the last hero falls, the last party member falls. Yes, that is what I want to see more of in cooperative games. Okay, I'm sorry if some individuals feel bad and feel bored that they have to sit out the rest of the game, but I mean, that means you really weren't excited about the game, as far as I'm concerned. If the only thing that excites you about being in the game is being in the game and not playing the game and not seeing your friends have a good time and finishing where you fell and maybe rally behind you, no, then you really weren't there for the game itself, I don't think. That's the feeling I've always had with individuals like that. So yeah, so this is a win, just one. It only takes one to win. Just one to win. The whole team, that's better. But as long as one of you wins, the team wins the game. Love it. Now, I'm not seeing a lot of love about any sort of easy access into this game. Actually, on the contrary, I'm coming across a lot of information that seems to be telling me that this is rules heavy, that there's a bit of a learning curve to this game, so it may not be the best game to walk into saying, hey, I'm going to start being a board gamer as my hobby. This might not be the game for that. But if you're with people that are avid gamers and play all the time, maybe you'd enjoy sitting down with them and playing this game and learning it. But yeah, it doesn't seem to be getting a lot of love for an easy intro access game to board gaming. So you might want to be careful about that. I'm seeing a lot of talk about replayability. That's good. That's always good because you want to, plan on playing a game more than once if you're spending money on it, and you want to have fun each and every time you play it. So yeah, when I see them talk about replayability, good or bad, that means a lot to me, and I'm not seeing anything bad. On the contrary, replayability seems to be a point that a lot of the reviewers and previewers are enjoying about this title. That between the randomization of the cards and the monsters and the characters that can be played, the situations as they occur, that it does seem to be a bit of a favorite when it comes to a game that has high replayability with a lot of the reviewers and previewers. That's good. Always looking for that. You don't want to buy a game once, have it sit in your shelf, and you never look at it again. Wow, that's a colossal waste of time and money. Yeah, I think that if you enjoy fantasy games, every now and then a tower, or in this case a temple defense game, is a nice change up from a hardcore dungeon delve. So look into this. I mean, I'm not here to influence you. I'm just here to inform you. And if you enjoy fantasy games, if you enjoy tower defense games, then this might be another thing to add to your collection. If not, maybe you might want to start with this. But like I said, this may not be the easiest jumping into game for gateway games, but that's for you to decide. I'm just here to inform you, man. Go watch some playthroughs of how a game is played. Anytime you're thinking about you might be interested in a game, watch some playthroughs. Because if you enjoy the game after watching some playthroughs, odds are you and your buddies, you're going to enjoy it when it hits your table. So go, get yourself some more information on the Runemasters.